Alright, here we are. Looks like we're jumping into a Shadowmoor and Eventide draft. Flashback draft. So let's see what we got here. First pack. And this enchantment, I'm guessing could be good. I haven't really played with Eventide yet, so maybe being able to splash colors would be nice. Anything else in here isn't too crazy. Don't really want to jump into two colors right away, but that could definitely be something to build around. I've seen red-green be very good, and this guy be a very strong card. I'm tempted to take that. But I think I might try this enchantment. Let us play a couple different colors. Alright, back two. Some black cards here. Steal the Godhead is a pretty good card. Don't see a lot of crazy green stuff. I do like the green-white. So it's tempting to take that now. 2/2 persist for 2. This is very good for aggressive deck. Once again, jumping into two colors right away is not ideal. You can play this both in green and in a white deck. Steal the Godhead is just very good. I think we're just going to sit over this elf for now. Yeah, let's just run with that. Next pack. A couple aggressive red and black cards. This could let us search for a basic land. That could really help us go with 3 colors if we decide to do that. I do like this 2/2 flyer for 4. Could go green-blue, possibly. I think there's some green-blue in Eventide. And this almost seems like it'd be better to use on ourselves. I think I might hang over this elf too. Could give us some options later. Last Breath is also, I didn't see that. Last Breath is a strong card. Great removal. Good for early. I think maybe that's what we take. So next pack here we got Swans being passed. Never really like to let your opponent draw cards. So I can see why it's passed. Green-red card, Manamorphose, that would also let us possibly grab a different color. Maybe I'm going too hard for 3 colors, I don't know. 3/3 Wither for 4. Elf, pretty good. Flash Flyer. I think this elf is a strong card. Manamorphose isn't bad for what we might want to try to do. I think we're going to play a 3/3 Wither probably 100% of the time. So I'm going to take that. This pack, not a lot of green again, so it looks like someone else probably grabbing some of the green. This guy was really strong for us last draft, Shadowmoor. Untap ability. So this could let us tap something and draw a card. You could see us playing that. This might not be bad either. Attacks gets +3/+3 trample. I'd say maybe we try this guy out. Here's that green-red. Gives everything +1. Or gives a creature, each blocked creature +1/+0 on trample. We can play that with the green, but it requires red to use the ability. We don't have any red cards right now. We've seen a few go through. Something we could possibly get into. So I'm not opposed to taking that. There's another wisp here. And I've seen a couple scars go through, so maybe green-red is the way to go. Let's grab this guy for now. And another guy. Same one. 2-1 for 2. So maybe green-red is... We passed a lot of red. It might not be open anymore, but let's take it. Red creature gets haste. This guy is pretty good. But that requires some luck from black too. We're not really going black. This is the red, green scarecrow. 3/3 wither and haste. If we're in white, this could be a very good card. But since we don't really know, I think this 2/1 flyer for 3 just it's a very playable card. 1/2 first strike wither. Just kind of an annoying guy. Looks like we could go pretty aggressive. We might be fading away from white, and I think that's probably okay. Really, Last Breath is the only card that's really putting us in white. We have a lot of early game stuff. I think this guy is probably the one to go with for now. Yes, take him. Another one of the red-black guys. Maybe possibly, what's the red? Red gives it first strike. 1/1 first strike isn't overly scary. Maybe we grab some black cards too. This could just give a guy haste. He has haste himself. That's probably more playable for us at this point. If we did go with white, this would be okay. Maybe we just grab a smash to smithereens right now. Maybe we take this flying, destroy a flyer. Either one of these is probably both sideboard, but good. Let's take smash to smithereens. So nothing really here for us. If we end up going back to white, we might be able to play that. So let's throw that on the side. And Scar came through. Since we're not as much in white, this wisp isn't as enticing. I think we could play Scar. And neither of these cards are really relevant unless we go with black at some point. I don't think it really matters. So here we go, back to Una. Just a very strong card. Anything else in this pack that's super enticing? Not too much. This guy is pretty good. Hard to pass a 5/5 flyer. Maybe we can kind of make a transition to a second color being either black or blue, probably black. Just don't want to pass a 5/5 flyer. It is a 6. I think it's just a very good card. There's nothing else that really steals us away. Yeah, let's take it. So if we do go with black, we could play this. If we had white, this would be very good for us. Puncture Bolt is here. Puncture Bolt's just a great removal, especially with persist creatures. I'm going to hover over that for now. 3/2 flying would require us to really hit either the black or the blue. I'm not for changing our colors exactly. For Una, possibly, because we could hit it by that point. We have a couple ways to get other colors. Puncture Bolt's a good card for us. That green gives it +1/+1, which is actually probably will hit more often than not. And if we do get a black in here, this guy would be good for us. I don't want to pass a Puncture Bolt, I don't think. Another black creature. Once again, really late. We might want to just grab this elf here to once again help us get our black. We are very early game so far. This would put counters on our own guys, which actually isn't too beneficial. Looks like the elf might be the best pick. This will let us add a man of any color. Maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, let's take, I think we take this guy for now. Take the Scarecrow. They do about the same thing. The elf's a little more permanent because you get the land. So green-red, this guy is very good for green-red. We also see the Wither Elf here. Another Last Breath. Order. I think 3/3 haste. That's in our two primary colors. Is pretty good. I bet this elf does not come back. But they're accomplishing about the same thing. This one has haste. Might be harder to cast, might not be. Tapping artifact is not bad either. Good stuff in the pack for us. But we gotta go with the haste wither guy. I'm not a huge fan of this card, but I see the duo here in the colors that we're primarily playing. Just a very good card. You know, I'm not going to force the black just for Una, but I think we might see stuff in Eventide that I haven't really seen before. I think that duo is a no-brainer for us to take. +1/+1 first strike. We don't have a lot of black creatures. And this guy gets +1/+1. And first strike himself. 5/2 trample persist is actually pretty good. Kind of gives us some more late game stuff here. Yeah, I like that. Let's grab him. So we got elves in this pack. We also have 1/1. When attacks gets +3/+3, attacks as a 4/4 trample. Killed by one wither effect or one scar. So I think elves are the better pick. Yeah, let's pick the elves. +1/+1 and double strike. We have a couple trample guys, but not too much. Otherwise, just a medic 2/1. We have a lot of 2s right now, but we're probably not playing the mono white cards. Let's move those out. Not sure if the enchantment is strong enough. Might be. Let's try it. Destroy an enchantment with that guy. Fortunately, don't have blue, otherwise 2/2 flying is good. We used that pretty well last time around. 7/6 for 7. If we don't play Una, maybe we want that to fill our late game. So I think maybe just grab him for now. 1/1 Wither. 3/2 becomes all colors. That would help with that enchantment. We don't have too much else that requires colors, I don't think. Wither guy might not be bad. Oh, the question is, did we already grab a Gloom Widow's Feast? We did not. So good for the sideboard. Flying could hurt us. This guy might be okay as well, making a creature not able to block. Oh, this Trip News came back around. So it's between Trip News and this flying artifact that would let us add mana. I think Trip News is probably too good to pass. Kind of control-y, but I think that's okay. Take a Scarecrow that is kind of in our colors, maybe. Maybe take the Fear just in case we do grab black. Can't believe that's still gone around. Let's grab it just in case. Move to the sideboard. Red in haste, or we'll just take that guy. Move that to the sideboard. So Eventide now. I haven't really seen a lot of these cards, so it'll be interesting to see what comes up here. Wow, well, a green elf that really lets us get into our colors, or Figure of Destiny. Those are two good cards. I do like the elf, because we definitely will help us play Una, which is one of our win conditions. I do like Figure of Destiny. It's going to require a lot of red. 4/2 Wither. I think this guy is also good. I think we just take the elf for now just to help with mana fixing. Maybe even ramping. I think that kind of opens up playing possibly black or blue cards. A card like this is really good. 2/2 Wither and Persist. This could attack as a 4/2. I think white is probably out. We don't have a lot of white cards to really dive into those. Combat Trick. But this is also just a green card that we can play. This would destroy a land, which is also kind of good. We don't have a lot for 5. But 2/2 Wither Persist. I think we play and get good use out of every time we play it, so we'll stick with that. We can give our creatures Persist with black there. Another 2/2 Wither. I think this guy is probably where we're leaning. Red guy that can't be blocked except by creatures with Defender. Kind of pseudo unblockable. So I do like taking that. Persist is interesting, but that really requires us to beat black or delve into black, but I'm not too worried about that. We have some good stuff between these two. I think the unblockable guy might win out. Draw 2 cards, discard a card at random. You can play that. This thing would probably hurt us more than help us. For 3 green, enters the battlefield, draw a card. We could play that. Green creature gets +1/+1 in vigilance. That's what the use we'd get out of that. So 4/4 haste unless we play another red spell. We have quite a few red spells, so I like that as an option. This card being able to draw a card is good, but it once again is 3 green. We could possibly get a blue. Maybe that's the card we go with. There's a battlefield with 4 -1/-1 counters. Gain Shroud. And you can remove counters when you play green spells. 4/3, you return a land to your hand. Don't think about too many lands in our graveyard. Flash Persist is okay. This hatchling might be our best bet out of the cards given here. Or this guy is actually okay too. 1/1, sack him to do a damage. Let's go with the 4-drop. It'd be nice to fill out our curve on the back end a little bit. 1/3 Wither. Here's another haste guy that we passed one already. So it doesn't look like we have too many black cards. We may not play Una. Take the haste guy. So regenerating troll. We couldn't play. Oh, a hag here. Turn a card to our hand. I think just card advantage off that is pretty good. We don't have a lot of toughness on our creatures, but I think that's probably okay. 1/2 flying first strike is good, but I think this card just has a lot bigger upside. Exile a card from a graveyard, gain a life. Black to cast it, green to use the ability. Get a red creature haste. So this is giving our creatures +1/+0. Maybe just grab this black card here and possibly play it. I don't know. Put a 3/3, you can retrace. 1/1 haste. Chroma when it enters. Two, 3 persist. I think a 3/3 beast and being able to play it again might be good for us. Red creature gains haste. Target player discards a card, retrace. This is pretty much a 2/1. We don't have too many black and green creatures, just one it looks like. So maybe what do we want to take away? Maybe just take away a flyer. I think this Dream Thief is actually could be good. So this actually isn't bad, it's expensive. I could make them all block one creature and get in with the rest. We might see some use for that. A lot of these 2/1 flyers. Destroy a land. Not sure if land destruction really is a thing. I think just taking a flyer away again. Flash persist 3/3. We have filled out our back end a little bit more, so I don't see as much use for it. But I don't really see the other guys being that great either. Guess land destruction we don't need. This card also we don't need. Alright, let's see what we got here. 36 cards currently. I think we have enough red guys. I think I'm going to drop that. We'll drop the black card there. I'm not too fond of the 1/1 Wither, but we might play it. So Puncture Bolt absolutely stays. Butcher can stay. That helps our mana. That can help us hit black. So really we're looking at red out of this for first strike. I think maybe we drop that for now. Giving a creature haste. I guess we keep it. I've got 2 witches here. 2/2 persist. Trip Noose. So those are all okay. Dream Thief is just taking it away. So this is kind of an aggressive card. I think I would like to try playing it. It might be good for us. So these cards are all pretty good. This one might be hard to cast. So those are all pretty good cards. We have to cut somewhere though. We might not need this. However, we will play a lot of green cards. We got green, 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 green. Quite a few green things. I think we're going to play both those elves. 4/4 haste unless you played a red spell. We have a few less red. About the same. Black creatures going out. It's looking like we might cut Una. But it might just be worth the splash. Five 5 flyer, plus she has this sweet ability. Even probably better splashing that than this 3/3. Trample persist, I like that. So green creatures get trample, red creatures get double strike and 1/1. Compared to this, green creatures kind of have the ability to make everything attack them. I think we're going to drop that. 3/3 beast for 5. We can retrace, make our late land useful. I think we're going to play the 7/6. I want to try them out. Big. So we're down to 29. Still have to cut up, 6 cards. And it's looking more and more like we're going to cut Una. think we're going to cut this enchantment. Could win us the game, or it could sit in our hand. And I'm not sure how good this Savage Consumption is. Seems like it could be a good card. Let's look back at the front here. We got the 1/1 Wither. I think we can probably drop that. Scar, I think, is okay to play. Trip Noose is good. 2/2 Persist. Both these witches are good. Giving a creature haste. And that might benefit the elves. It might benefit a couple things, but not anything too crazy, I don't think. So I think we're gonna cut them for now. In threes, we kind of have some of our mana fixing. Pretty solid cards, really. This guy is the only question. Attacking as a 4/4 trample is pretty good, and we're kind of front end. Gotta cut 3 cards still. I think maybe we're just gonna cut Savage Conception. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't really know the card that well. Some really late game things that we're working towards. So 2 more to cut. I think maybe we cut one of these, either Hothead Giant or Sturdy Hatchling. You gotta play at least 2 green spells to really make this valuable. It does Grain Shroud though, so that's a plus. 4/4 haste, or it comes in as a 2/2 haste. And maybe that's probably going to happen more often than not. But you could like Puncture Bolt, play this as kind of like a 6. Maybe Trip Noose is out for now. Maybe we're too aggressive for that. And if we hit a matchup where we need it, we'll bring it back. Triple green is kind of scary. Once again, we have some mana fixing for it. And having a 2/2 that comes in and draw a card is just a card advantage. It's very good. Gotta drop one more card. I don't think if we didn't have these top end, maybe we could play 24. Una. We're gonna keep Una. Um, hmm. One last card to drop. I think he just fits our theme of aggressive attackers. Maybe that's the card to drop, I'm not sure. Could just drop Scar. We don't think it's going to be useful, but it could be Scar into Hothead Giant. anybody grab land yet, so last cut's gonna be that land first here. We don't want any blue, any white. Let's go 9. Let's go 8. 8. 7. 2. But no, I don't want that. Okay, 17 land. And the last cut is guess we're just gonna cut the hungry guy. Yep, and let's try that.